Hi, this is Dr. Damini Saini, and I am welcoming you all to this wonderful conference of ISDSI 2020, which is being organized by IIM Raipur this year. So, this particular video we are recording because we want you to tell about the particular kind of abstract that we require for the conference. So, in this video, we are going to talk about what is an abstract and what is the type of abstract that we are looking for, what is the style we are going to follow, and particularly what are the don'ts and the do's for the abstract. So if I talk about an abstract in general, abstract is very important. It is basically a complete summary of your paper. Okay, so this is the part of metadata, and metadata is something which is very important. In the abstract, you need to be brief, but you need to be complete in one aspect. Means because it should be complete on its own. So it should be informative. It should be packed with the complete information of your study, and then it can provide you a succinct summary of your paper. Okay, so if I talk about the kind of abstract that we are looking for, so in general we have two types of abstract, right? The descriptive and the informational. In the descriptive abstract, we need to focus upon the purpose or the motivation of the study, okay, the scope of the study and the methods followed. But in the informational, we also add the results and the implications of the study. So for this particular conference, we are looking for the informative abstract. So you have to focus upon the purpose, methods employed, results, and the implications about your study. Okay. Now next, we are going to talk about what should be the content. So we are going to include four major abstracts, four major parts of the abstract. Again, I would be talking about the introduction part, methodology part, results or finding part, and then the implications or discussion part. So you can start with the introduction part, in which you can talk about the purpose or the problem that you are going to address in the particular paper. Then you might be talking about the research design or the kind of research methodology that you have applied in that particular paper. Okay, so these are the two important sections. Then we would be following the result part, results or findings. So this may be taking like 2 to 3 lines, and whatever important information you came to know about, in the results or the finding parts, you have to discuss about that. You have to talk about that, obviously in brief, and then you would be talking about the implications of the research study. I mean, why it is important. So basically, you have to talk about why you did this study, how you did this study, what you found in this particular study, and how you can justify or signify this particular study. So you have to focus upon these four areas in this particular abstract. Then we are looking for the APA style. When you are going to submit the abstract for this conference, you should follow APA style. And in this, we have a word limit. So you have to limit your abstract to 250 words. Then we are going to follow the APA, and that is why you have to write down the complete abstract in one paragraph. You don't have to indent the paragraph, and you have to maintain the double space, and you have to write down the abstract in center and in bold. Okay, so that would be the style we are going to follow here. And See, if you are writing the informational paper or the experimental paper, then you would be following the same. But if you are writing any paper which is conceptual in nature, or suppose you are writing the literature review sort of paper, so how you will be doing that? Because in experimental paper we used to follow the methodology and the results and everything. And when you're talking about the conceptual paper, maybe you can adjust a little bit, and then you can talk about the purpose and the motivation behind your paper. Then you can talk about the approaches that you have taken during the paper, and then whatever theories you have referred, maybe you can talk about those theory a little bit. And then if you have came up with certain propositions in that theoretical paper, you can talk about those propositions. In case you're talking or you have written a paper which is, suppose it's a structural literature review, then again you have to focus upon, the bit of type or method you have used for this review. What are the major points which you have covered in that particular paper, and what were the results or conclusions. So you have to focus upon that aspect. Now, if I talk about what are the do's for the abstract, so there are few points. You need to be very concise, and you need to be very brief while you are writing, to the point, and you don't have to use passive voice here. Okay, when the abstract is completed, then maybe you can ask somebody to proofread that abstract for you, maybe your friend or somebody who can proofread for you. And if I talk about the don'ts, then you don't have to use any abbreviation, short form, or any symbol in the abstract. And you should also avoid, as I already told, that you have to avoid passive voice. You stick to the active voice, active verb in the whole abstract. Then you don't have to use any sort of reference or citation in the abstract. And you also don't repeat the title. So sometimes people used to repeat the title of the paper again in the abstract, which is also not good. And it actually, because it's already very brief, so you don't have much scope to include that. And okay, that's do's and don'ts. And next important part of the abstract is the keywords. Keywords are descriptive in nature, and basically these are used for indexing the databases. So if you are using the proper keywords, your paper will be more searchable. So how do you decide the keywords? Keywords are basically taken from the title of the paper and from the abstract of the paper. In case you have something more relevant in your complete study or the complete paper, you can take keywords from that also. You can use the keyword from the type of population you have or the sample size. The type of sample, like for example, you have taken youth or you have taken managers. So that kind of terms you can use in your keywords. Okay, so that was all. We have talked about the abstract and we have talked about the keywords. So thank you so much for participating in this conference, and we are looking forward to host you in this conference. Thank you so much.